Hello, good morning, good afternoon, depending on what time you're watching this. Today, we're going to be looking at the second part of support and resistance. In the previous video, I talked about the basic concept of what support is and what resistance is. So, if you haven't watched it yet, you can check the previous video on this so that you can have a better understanding of what I'm going to be teaching in this particular session. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how to draw support and resistance lines, right? I don't want us to, I'm just going to go straight to the point and we're going to delve right into how to draw support and resistance lines. But if this is your first time here, you are welcome. Go ahead, remember to click the subscribe button, like the video, and also share with your friends. I share valuable content to help you as a trader become a lot more profitable. Okay, so today I already said we're going to be looking at how to draw support and resistance lines. The very simple way, the very easy way for you to spot key points, key turning points of a support level or a reversal level is to first off look out, open your chart like this. Now, this is a plain chart. I do not have any zone drawn. I don't have any lines drawn yet. So how do I start to spot out accurate support and resistance levels? The first thing you want to do is to look out for the obvious points of reversal. Obvious points, meaning that there are so many points of reversals here, but which one is really obvious? At what point did this market begin to drop to the downside that is really obvious for me to see? Like I don't have to strain so much for me to see that, okay, this market began to drop down. Immediately it got to this level. Now, from looking at this chart now, one of the obvious points I can already see is this level here. You can see it's that once price tapped into this level, we started to see it drop to the downside, right? So this is the first thing I like to do when when identifying key levels of support or resistance. Another easy way for you to do it is to close up your chart like this, like zoom in properly so that you can get those key levels very, very quickly. Those ones that you can easily spot out at the very instant you open your chart. Now, this is a clear level here. From this point, can you see that immediately price dropped to this, tapped into this level, it drops to the downside. Now, this is another level that is obvious to the sight. Then after price tapped into that zone, what happened? It dropped down to the downside. Now look at this point again. This point is also a reversal point that is easy to spot out. I can easily see it. I don't have to strain so much to see that when price got into this level, it dropped to the downside. Now, once I'm able to see all of these things, the next thing I'm going to do is to place the horizontal line. But before I do that, I can see we have looked out for sales. Now let's look out for opportunities or points where we started to see buyers coming. This level right here is a very obvious point. I can see that immediately price tapped into this level, we saw that price pushed to the upside. Also, if you look back in this zone as well, you can see that immediately price tapped into this level. What happened? We saw that it pushed to the upside. So these are different points of reversals that are very easy to spot out. This also right here, this level here, all of these zones right here, price tapped into this level and then pushed to the upside. Once I'm able to identify this, the next thing I'm doing is to place my horizontal line in that area. You could use a horizontal line, but remember, it is a zone. It's not a particular price. It's a region. It's a region, right? So but for starters, to help you navigate faster and get straight to the point of marking out key zones, you want to use the line or the horizontal bar. So I have placed a line here, right? So because at this point I noticed that price moved to the upside. Now, how about the area of resistance? I can see that at this point here, price tapped into this level and then we started to see it drop from here. Okay, there is another level inside of this zone here. So what do? I take on my horizontal line and I place it at this point here. So this will help you as a trader filter out the noise of placing too many support lines or too many resistance lines. You see a lot of traders their charts look like this. Let me just give you this example. You just see traders placing, the random lines everywhere, and you have your chart cluttered with a lot of lines. When you begin to do this, you have what we call analysis paralysis, because there are too many lines on your chart and you may not even know which one is appropriate for you to trade from. Now, look at this. When you have this kind of lines on your chart and you see a lot of beginners designing it, you will see one of them will paint this one yellow, they call it one line, they paint another thing, just having unnecessary lines on the chart. It clutters the mind. You won't be able to tell where to trade from. So what you want to do is to ensure that you are trading from key levels. And the key levels are those levels that are very obvious for you to spot at an instant. 1, 2, 3 lines, it's okay. It's okay, right? So look at what we have right now. From this point, now you can easily tell that, okay, this is where the current price action is. This is where market is at the moment. So this tells us that anytime we see price tap into this zone right here, when we see a drop of price into this level right here, we could expect price to react. The buyers could come into this place and push price to the upside. This is it. You could expect a push to the upside from this zone. Why? Can you tell me why? The reason is that if you look at what happened in the past, look at what we have here. We had this zone, price tapped into the zone, and then we saw the upside, another tap, push to the upside. So there is a high chance, because this market is a market that tells us about human behavior, which are repeatable. Patterns are repeatable because they're human beings trading this market. So there's a chance that we will see price tap into this level and extend to the upside. But if that does not happen, if we see it break out of here, then there's a very high chance that price is going to continue dropping until it gets to this major zone right here. All right, so this is how you spot key levels of support and resistance. It's not difficult at all if we just require that you practice over and over again to help you master how to spot key levels of support and key levels of resistance. Another important way to spot out key levels of support and resistance is to use the line chart. So I come on my toolbar here, and then I change the candlesticks to line chart. Let me take out all the lines first of all. So this is the second way to just go straight to the point. So you change your candlesticks to the line chart like so. This is exactly what we have now. So this is the line chart, and the line chart, similar to what I explained earlier, you're looking out for key reversal points. Where did market start reacting from? Where did buyers come in to buy from? Where did sellers come in to sell from? So these are key reversal points, obvious ones. You can see there are so many in between here and there, but you want to pick out only the most obvious levels, right? And when you do that, you take your horizontal line and place it where you have spotted a level, like here. This is one level right here. Then let's look at another level. We have another key zone here. You have another key zone at the top right here. This is the most recent reversal point. So you want to place it there. And let's put just one more. We don't want to have too many lines. Look at, we have one key level here. Then we place our horizontal line here. Simple and straight to the point. No clutters, no unnecessary lines, nothing of that clutters the mind. Just simple and straight to the point. And you can do this on any price chart. This is Euro USD, for instance. So let's just go to GBP USD and let's do the same thing. Let's repeat the same thing on GBP USD. So I'm going on the GBP USD chart, and let me change first of all to, it's already on the line chart. Okay, yeah. So this is the line chart on GBP USD. So how do we spot out key levels? So remember I said, just look out for the most obvious points of reversal. Look at, this is an obvious point of reversal. This is another obvious point of reversal. All I need to do now is to figure out, use the horizontal line to mark out these levels. This will serve as a guide so that whenever I see price tap into levels that I have marked, then I should be looking to make a trading decision either to buy or to sell. Now, this is the most recent price action area. This is where the market is at the moment. From what we can see that price is clearly, this is a level here as well. Can you see this? So if I turn back to the candlestick pattern, this is it. So this is candlestick right here. Now this tells us that price found resistance around here and the sellers dropped to the downside. Now we tapped into this level again. We have resistance and we saw that sellers dropped, are gradually dropping. What does this tell you as a trader? Because you have marked out this zone right here. If you're taking a sell trade, this will most likely be your target area, right? Because you have seen that when price tapped into this level in the previous time, buyers came in and pushed price to the upside. So if in the near future price drops into this zone, there's a tendency for us to see it react, the buyers react and push price to the upside. All right, so this is the simple way to draw support and resistance lines. I hope you have found this helpful. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comment section. I would want to hear from you. All right, so in the next video, I'm going to teach you I'm going to show you the types of support and resistance levels that we have so that you can also learn it and then start to apply it learn and start to practice and then also apply it, of course. So yeah, so this is how to draw support and resistance lines. Remember to give this video a like if you found it helpful, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so that when next I send or post a video, you will be the first to be notified. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. All right, so bye for now.